Hi everyone, Justin here from EFM Fitness Online. Today we have a Valentine's Day inspired program where we are pairing up compatible exercises and doing them in pairs. Each of the exercises will have a buddy, a partner, and we're going to go as quickly back to back as we can. Now, it's not an extreme, push yourself really hard program. It's a nice, steady state program that will allow you some breaks. And if you need breaks instead of just continuing on with me. If you need a little break, press pause during the program. But if you should be able to just carry on with me steadily as we go. So, equipment, what do we need today? In terms of weighted equipment, I have a kind of large barbell, so because we're going to do some deadlifts pretty early in the program. And then I've got a set of heavy, medium, and light dumbbells. And I've also got a band for around the knees, like a booty band kind of thing, fitness band, because we have a period on the floor with the band and a kettlebell and a mat. So in addition to that, we also have a bit of the cardio equipment, but you don't have to get that all of it straight away. We'll give you time as we go through the program to grab your equipment as we go. All right, so I'm going to now assume I'm going to let you warm up before these programs start. So a couple of minutes on the cross trainer, 2, 3, 4 minutes, some stretches, whatever you like to do. Warm up wise, I might even post a video of what I do to warm up. I'm going to assume you've warmed up. So our first exercise, as you can see from the program that I flash up every now and again, is we're going to do deadlifts and sumo squats in a pair. So we're going to do 15 of each, 10 of each, 5 of each. Okay, so for the sumo squat, I'm going to use my kettlebell. Okay, so we're going to start with sumo squats. Now, sumo squats, as the name would suggest, sumo wrestler stance, so as wide as you can, imagine a sumo wrestler, and we're going to squat through here. So it'll do the inner thighs, outer bottom, in addition to what we would normally do with a squat. So with our good squat technique, we're going up and down, right? Really focusing on not trying to drive the knees too far forward. I'm going to turn on my side as we go. And you can see my back stays nice and straight. I've lost count already. This is going to be a problem whilst I'm talking. There's 7. All right, we ready? 8, 9, and 10. Ready? Keep going. 11. I'm going to move back. 12. 13. Now, as you start to get tired, we want to make sure the knees don't collapse in. We don't want any collapsing knees like that. Last one. We keep the knees aligned over the toes. We keep the knees aligned over the toes so that we don't put any pressure on the inside and in and around the knee capsule there. Okay, our next set is the deadlift, right? So I'm going to go through the basics of the deadlift at the beginning. So essentially what we're doing is, unlike a squat where we go down and our knees bend and we kind of collapse into our backside like we're going to sit on a stool, the deadlift is more of a hinge. So the bottom still works back and down, but we have more of this hinging motion from the waist, right? So we hinge and the bottom goes back, and then that bottom will drive forward to make us stand up. All right, so if you're unsure with any of these exercises, particularly these multi-move lifts, start lighter, get the technique, watch it in a mirror. I will have some tutorials too coming, and so we want to make sure that you start lighter so there's limited chance of hurting yourself. There's no point loading up the amount of weight we're lifting when we're a little unsure potentially about our technique. As we go through, you will get better at this. As we go through the next kind of 5 minutes, you will get better at this. And as I work through the technical cues, but just make sure you're not going too heavy with it. We don't need any injuries. Okay, so deadlift. So grab your bar, and if the bar's too heavy for you, grab your couple of dumbbells on either side. So you can see how I'm holding it here just outside my hips. Grab the dumbbells or bar. Let's slide that bottom backwards and we hinge and forward with the hips. Hinge and forward. Hinge and forward. Fantastic. So each time you push through, you should feel your bottom squeeze. So back, squeeze that bottom to drive forward. Back, squeeze that bottom to drive forward. Hinge and squeeze. Hinge and squeeze. I think we're up to 7. Hinge and squeeze. So now that we've got the technique of the sumo squat and the deadlift, we're going to not race through these, but we're not going to take any more breaks. I'm not going to explain any more. You can see the hinge and squeeze motion, and I'm also just sliding this bar down my thighs into my shins. It doesn't leave my side. One more. Fantastic. I'm not sure if that was 15 or not. I think it was pretty close though. All right, sumo squats. We are down to 10 now. I'm going to move back a little bit. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2. Remember, knees are going outside in line with the toes. I've got my toes flared. 5. And there's 6. 7. There's 8. 9. One more. 10. Flare those knees out. Keep them in line with the toes. Deadlifts. Here we go. We're on for 10 deadlifts. I'm going to do it from the front this time. You can see where my hands are located, just outside my hips, my feet in line with my hips and my knees. 2. You can see my chest stays up. My head's probably a little high, just looking at the camera. Keep my eyes down so that my neck and my back and my hips are all aligned. There's 6. That's 6. 7. Really focus on the hips going back and then the bottom driving you forward. 2 more. Last one. Fantastic. Okay, that can go down. Back to sumo squats. Now we're starting to pick up the pace. Nice and wide, just 5. 1, 2, 3. The knees are going out, right? 4 and 5. Fantastic. Together. And deadlifts from the side again. 5. All right, ready? Really back and squeezed. 1. The deadlift can be a really explosive exercise, which probably should be. 3. So explode with the bottom. 4. Explode with the bottom. 5. Fantastic. Okay, that's set number 1 of our Perfect Pairs Valentine's Day program. Next up, we're going bike and we're going kettlebell swing. So we need our kettlebell. We're about to get on the bike. The bike is going to be on level 18. So I'm going to use my spin bike here. Let me set it to the correct height. So the height should be about hip height, so you're able to fully extend. If you're on an upright bike, that's fine. Maybe take 4 off. If you're on one of the upright bikes, they're the ones with a big seat where you're sitting up and you've got the screen in front of you. All right, I'm on level 18. Let's go. So the idea of this is to go reasonably quickly. We want to keep the pace up. I'm pedaling at 80 revs per minute on this level 18. And that's about the pace we want. If you're not quite able to keep it up to 80, we want to maintain 80 RPMs and above. If you're not quite able to keep it up to 80, just go down a couple of gears. 16, 15, depending on where you're at fitness-wise. All right, I'm at 200 meters already. 300, perfect. About 50 seconds, which is about where we want to be. So if you weren't able to do that on gear 18, do it on 15, 14, whatever you need. Right, kettlebell swings we've done previously. So this is going to look like the deadlifts. Right, we're going to hinge back and hinge forward. We're doing 20 of these. 4, 5, 6, I'm going to turn to the side. 7, hinge back, squeeze, hinge back, squeeze. There's 10, 11, 12. You don't have to bend the knees too far if you see my knees. If we go down and up, we tend to work a bit more thighs. We want the bottom working here, perfect with the quads of the bike. 2 more, last one, and we're done. Right, let's go again, bike. Now, the spin bike takes about a minute to reset, generally. If you're doing this the second time, if you can get back on your spin bike without it having to reset, you've done really well. All right, level 18 again. Pick your level. Want you to be going at 80 RPM and above. If you're going at 90, then it's too easy. Somewhere around that 80 RPMs where, and I'm probably a little easier, I might go 19. If we can go at around that 80, then we've got the right intensity. It's one thing to just throw a few exercises together. Getting the intensity right is what these programs are all about. All right, there's our 80. Let's go. 20 kettlebell swings. 1, we'll count them out. 2, I think I may have done a few more jitsu. 4, 5, 6, I'm going to go on a diagonal. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, just up to eye line. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Fantastic. All right. That's our leg portion done for the moment. We're about to do some arms. Now, we need our heavy one and our medium dumbbells. I said we needed a heavy and medium and a light when we started. So my heavy ones are 9 and my mediums are 5. So whatever heavy means to you. So heavy for bicep curls is our heavy dumbbell. And we're doing an Arnie press again, which we did in our last video, which we'll do with the medium ones. And we're going to do 10 of each. Okay, so let's go. So Arnie press, if we remember, is up, down, and then circle. Right, so up, if you have a shoulder weakness, go lighter. But we're going to do 10 of those and then 10 bicep curls. All right, I'm going to do 10 with the heavy ones. Okay, I think that's a long enough break. Arnie press. Ready? 3, 2, 1, up, back down to shoulder, together. Up, back down, together. Now, if you look at my feet, I'm always in the habit of doing this running stance. I'll say it again. I said it before and I'll say it again. That's 5. What it does, it keeps me nice and balanced. And I find it very difficult to arch my back. 8, 9, one more, and 10. Fantastic. All right, the medium dumbbells make life a little bit easier there. Okay. Let's go bicep curls. Now I've got my heavy dumbbells, elbows tucked, all right? 1. We all know bicep curls, and we're going to tilt a little bit forward. 2. 3. Now if heavy for you is 5 kilos, 4 kilos, it is what it is. Everyone's at their own level and no one's looking at you, which is the beauty of these programs. You've just got me in your ear. Keep those elbows tucked. I think that's 6, 7, 8, 9. Try not to 10. Try not to start to lunge at it with your hips. We want to keep that tilt so that we primarily focus on the bicep. Arnie, press again. We ready? 3, 2, 1, up, down, and around is 1. Up, down, around is 2. Down, around is 3. Down, around is 4. Down and around is 5. So your arms should be starting to just start to feel it a little bit if we've got the weight correct. There's 8. There's 9. 1 more. 10. Fantastic. Into our bicep curls. And when I said we want to tilt, it's only a slight tilt. Ready? We're not way over, just a slight one. 1. Just so that 2, our elbows stay back. 4. And then it stops us, 5, 6, from trying to get underneath it with our back. 7, 8, and you can see my feet. 9, I'm up on that toe at the back. And 10. Fantastic. Arm exercise number 1 is done. We're ripping through these pairs. Okay, I'm going to get my mat out. And it's time for the band. So we want a reasonably strong band. Now I've got extra strong in my band, something that is going to be difficult to move because we're going to do some donkey kicks where we kick backwards whilst on our knees, and then some clamshells, both of which are going to work different parts of the backside. All right, so I'm going to head down. I got my mat. So I'm going to go back and up with my knee and my foot. So I'm really trying to push my sole of my foot up to the ceiling. Now you can see that I'm not kicking wildly. It's a nice, slow, controlled move. Push that bottom backwards and push that foot up. Bottom back, foot up. Bottom back, foot up. One more time. Let's change sides now. I'm going to give you the rear view. I'm sorry. Ready? Let's kick backwards and up. 1. Backwards and up. 2. And up. 3. Should be really trying to stretch this band as much as possible. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more is 10. Fantastic. All right. Now we get to lay down. You're going to lay on your side. I've got my hand. Let me move my kettlebell here. Got my hand resting, head resting on my hand. Now, importantly, I've got my top hand just on the floor here in front. Reason that's important. Now, I've got my top hand here in front. Now, the reason that's important is because I want my hips here. I don't want them lounging. All right, so what we do, we keep the feet together and we clamshell open our knees. And we want this hand here. 3. Want that hand there so that our hips don't open, our body doesn't open, so that the muscle on the side of the bottom here where you should be starting to feel it doesn't get a free ride. the larger muscles will always take over if you allow them. So 2 more, and then we're going to swap sides. Bottom should be starting to burn a little bit. Other side. Hand, let's go. 1. So we're not trying to open up the feet here. We don't want to go here. That's another version. Probably a little harder, but you have to get it right. Okay, so we're keeping things really simple. We've got 3 more, 2 more, and last one. I can feel my bottom working. I don't know how you're going. There, you should be able to feel it. All right, this is probably the best way. All right, donkey kicks, let's go. 1, keep the knees apart. 2, 3, 4, reach back and reach up. 5, 6. The second part of this is always quicker. The second round. 2 more. Oh, sorry, I lost count again. 1 more. Terrible. Other side. Here we go. So what does it look like from the front? Not much. 1, 2. Not much at all. 3, 4, 5. Looking good. Keep the knees apart. 6. We don't want them together. We don't want them here. Let's start stretched. 8, 9, and 10. Clamshells on our side. We ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here is where you should feel it. 8. Right on the side of the bottom. 9. Put your finger on it. 10. Feel it flexing. Feel it very tight. And then feel it flex right here. 1, 2, 3. And back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Okay, backside officially burnt. All right, so if anything is going to be sore tomorrow, those little muscles on the side of your backside, they're going to be the ones as a result of this program. They're the ones that are going to hurt. Okay, so our next exercise, we actually need a step. I forgot to mention that earlier. We're going to do step ups. Now, really simple exercise: step up, step down, step up, step down, followed by some reverse lunges. Now, you can go forward. I just prefer the reverse ones. It tends to set my knees in a much better position. We step back and we go down. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and we're back. Okay, chest is up. I'll go through some of the triggers for that as well. Okay, 20 step ups. Okay, 20 step ups. We ready? Step up, step down. Okay, 20 step ups. Easy, step up, step down. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm starting with my left each time. 8, 9, or 10. Let's start with our right. 1. Always feel a little bit uncoordinated doing that. 3, 4. Looking good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 more is 10. All right, lunges. I'm going to go on the side here. Ready? Lunge back. I've got my right foot down and together. 1. Let's go right. 2, 3. And face the front. 4. I want to make sure I can see you. 5. You can see my chest is upright. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we can alternate legs if you like. I've just gone 1 for simplicity. Left leg, let's go. 1, 2. So we keep pushing back. We're not staying back there and just going up and down on the spot. 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now back to our step ups. Ready? Let's go. 1. Now people will often, and you may be the same, complain when they do their lunges, that it's very hard to balance. I'll show you a really simple trick. And the next set, there's 7, 8. I'm doing with my right foot. 9, 10, halfway. Swap legs. Let's go. 1. Now you can do these a little quicker. I've got quite a high step, so safety first. We don't need to run up. 6, almost there. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lunges. Let's go. Starting with my right. So if we go back here, you can see my feet are in line. Of course, I'm going to find it hard to balance. I've now narrowed my center. If I keep my feet apart and I lunge straight back, I've now got a wider surface area, wider connection to the ground. Can even, for balance, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. And now I don't wobble anymore. So it's the difference between this, trying to be on one plane, or that, widening the plane. Why not widen the plane? No one said you had to walk a tightrope doing lunges. 4, 5, let me go from behind. 6, you can see my chest is upright. 7, almost there. 8, out here if you need. 9, and 10. Fantastic. Okay, now we're ripping through. Now we're on the skier. Next, we have a ski erg here at Westmead. So if you don't have a ski erg, either a water erg, grinder, we'd sometimes call it, or even the rower, we're going to do 150 meters on the ski over here, followed by some tricep kickbacks. So we're going to tuck the elbows in here and kick back that way. So I've got my lighter dumbbells here. My light dumbbells I have as 4s. All right, we're going to head over to my skier here. So 150 meters. Now this is quick. A bit like the bike doing the 300 meters. This is quick. All right, so the skier, just like snow skiing. All right, I've got my back to you, I'm sorry. Just like snow skiing, we've got our handles. We're going to push them into the snow and propel yourself forward. So we can just use the arms, but we might as well take advantage of our legs as well. So this is very much the deadlift position we're in. We're going to keep repeating that. And what you'll find is 150 meters really doesn't take long to ski. We're making these nice big strokes all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. We're at 110 already. And I'm stroking at about 30 strokes. So ideally that's where I'd like you. About 30 strokes a minute. And there's my 150. Continue on until you're done 150. Shouldn't take too much longer. If you're on the rower, you're probably looking at about 125. If you're limited to the bike, we want to do, sorry, I was just checking the time, about 50 seconds. So depending on what you're limited to in terms of your cardio machines, about 50 seconds we wanted that at a reasonably high intensity, like an 8 out of 10. All right, tricep kickbacks. So here, and we extend back. So elbow up, extend to straighten. We're going to do both arms at the same time. Ready? And straighten. Ready? Elbows back and straighten. 2, 3, 4. A bit on a diagonal. 5. You can see my elbows stay tucked. 6. Now, why is this a perfect pair? 7. Because 8. Got 2 to go. The ski uses a lot of the triceps, this elbow movement. There's our 10. This elbow movement with the ski, which is why the ski is perfect for this. A little bit on the rower, but not as much. And hitting the triceps again. All right. I just had to reset this because it's been less than a minute. Right. Now let's go. Now I want you to go at about an 8 out of 10 intensity here. We're not cruising through this. We want the intensity up. I've upped my stroke rate. I'm at 34. So keep your whatever speed you can go at. With stroke rate between 30 to 35. Closer to 35 if you can. I'm at 35 here. If you go into the rhythm of my strokes, 35 strokes a minute. We're already at 100 meters. Almost there. Oh, slow down a little bit. 20 meters to go. Fantastic. About 50 seconds. About 50 seconds on whatever cardio you're doing. Have a second. We'll just wait for everyone to catch up. Because essentially that's what we do at EFM. Everyone's doing their own pace, but we make sure that our intensity is up when we're exercising. We can have little breaks. We're not here to work flat out all the time, every second. Your muscles need some rest, and sometimes your heart rate needs some rest. And so rather than, it's easier for you to fast forward this if you're watching than it is to continue to press pause and catch your breath. So I'm going at a speed. We ready for our triceps? Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm going at a speed to kind of meet the middle. If you're having trouble keeping up, then have little breaks. But what we're trying to do is keep this workout to about 40 minutes, no more. So you're in and out of the gym and getting the maximum benefit for your time. 2 more. I've lost count again. 1 more. It's just a constant theme. Me losing count. Wow, I think you have to count to lose count, right? Okay, you can see me getting on the floor because that's where we're at next. Okay, so tummy exercises. I'm going to go on a little bit of an angle here again so you can see. We're starting with bicycle crunches. So we're cycling, but we're going elbow to knee, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. So that's number 1. I might even go a little bit more on the side, kick my kettlebell out of the way. Ready? 3, 2, 1, chest up, elbow to knee. So we want to rotate here. Rotate. 4, 5. Now, Amanda, our yoga instructor here at Westmead, always says to get your armpit to the knee. So lead with the armpit so that we start to get these side tummy muscles going. 9, 10. Lead with the armpit, armpit to knee, rather than the elbow. Your elbow might be touching, but try and get your armpit up there. All right, 4 more. 2 more. Armpit, armpit, and rest. Oh, yeah, that burns. Once you get your armpit, we twist and we get that side tummy muscle work that we really want. And number 2 here in our perfect pairs is starfish grab. So starfish, would normally do this way, right? We're going to go wide with our feet and our hand, and we're going to come up, grab the knees. Now, if you're unable to do that, starfishes are fine. So hand to foot, hand to foot. I'm going to do the grabs. Ready? 10 of them. 2, 1, let's go up, grab, and down is 1. Why am I doing the hard one? Because I like to experience what you all are experiencing. If I want to make sure that every single one of you can do this. If I can do it, I'm sure you all can do it. And also want to know how difficult the combinations are. It's nothing worse than an unrealistic person asking you to do exercises that they couldn't possibly do themselves. One more starfish, and done. And yeah, that burns. It burns me, it burns everybody. There's no matter how fit you get, if you push yourself a little bit, it's going to hurt. Or not hurt, but burn, which is where we find that uncomfortable feeling, which is exactly what we want for our physical growth, mental growth. We need to be in a little state of uncomfortable. All right, bicycle crunches, elbow to knee. Ready? I'm going to count to 20. 2, 1, let's go. Elbow to knee, 1, 2, armpit to knee. That's what we're striving for, armpit to knee. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Oh, that was tough. Don't race through them, do them at that speed. Starfish, I'm going to do the starfish touches. Ready for the guys who struggle? Ready? Let's touch 1, 2. Now a couple of variations of this. 3, you can have your feet down on the floor, or we can have them up. 5, in which case they become really big bicycle crunches. 8, 9, 10. We might do 4 more to match the guys with the grabs. 13 and 14. Whoa. Okay. Now, you would have seen on our program, that's the pairs part of it. Now you've got 2 choices. You're either a cardio lover or you're a strength and conditioning lover. You get your choice here. So I'm going to demonstrate 1 of each. The first one I'll do is the strength, and then we'll finish with the cardio. And we're going to do that because we've got our heavy dumbbells. We're going to do a floor press, which is a bench press on the floor, which I really like because it's very hard to fall off the floor if the weights get, a little off balance. Then we're going to do a leg extension, which is a machine you'll find in most gyms. And then we're going to do a wall sit. All you need is a wall. You haven't got the leg extension, we'll do a leg press, or I'll come up with something else. And then for our cardio section, we're going to do a 45-second sprint, 30-second sprint, and a 15-second. 45-second sprint, 30-second sprint, and a 15-second sprint on any machine. Okay, heavy dumbbells, ready? I'm going to do a floor press, which is essentially, I'm going to go this way. You can have your elbows on the floor, hands up at 90 degrees, up together. I'm sure you've seen bench presses. All right, so let's grab our dumbbells. I'm sure you've seen this classic bench press. Now we're only going to do 8, just a slow set of 8. Now the speed is the most important part of this. All right, we're set, hands on top of our elbows resting on the floor comfortably, and they're not out here in line with our elbows, they're just tucked in where they're comfortable, a bit like a push-up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, touch, and then slowly back. Hope you haven't reached the ground yet. Ground now. Up, slow, touch, and slowly back down. Touch. All right, we're going to take 2 seconds to go up there. Set, 1 and 2, up, down, 1 and 2, touch. And again, up, 1 and 2, touch, down, 1 and 2, touch. There's 4. So this is our speed. Touch and down, touch. That's 5, 3 to go. Up, touch, and down, touch, up, 2 to go, right? I lost count. Oh my gosh, I need someone to help me. Last one, up and touch and slowly down. Release it as slowly as you can. This is our last one. I've only got to go down. You just got to release against it and touch. Drop those. Fantastic. All right, now my leg extension machine is over here. Let's move over to the leg extension. Okay, extension machine is over here. Now, if you're like me, I'm not the tallest person, I like to have a booster seat on here. I put one of the mats up against the back seat, so now my legs are a long way over the top here. Oh, someone's got this on 21. I shan't be doing that. I'm going to put mine on 8, and again, we are going 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. All right, we're only doing 1 set, so there's no need to speed through this. 2, 1, let's go. Slowly up and slowly down. So as I said, if you don't have a leg extension machine here, leg press is fine. We're about to do a wall sit, so that would be one of my other replacements. Look, you can do some one-legged squats. If we do 4 on each leg, 4 really slow ones would be ideal. We've done some lunges, we've done a fair bit of legs today. So if you don't have either of these machines, I don't think you really have to worry. Now, because I've been talking the whole time, I've lost count. One more time. It's the theme of today. One more. Let's just do one more. Fantastic. Now your thigh should be burning there, so give them a little bit of a shake. All right, I'm going to move my rings here. At some point we'll use the rings because I want to do my wall sit on the wall here. As luck would have it, I have a timer. We're going to go 60 seconds. 60 seconds only because I don't want to make this too long, but also you can go to 90 if 60 is too easy for you. Right, now wall sit. I'm going to press the timer. We're on. Let's slide down the wall. Now, positioning, important. 90 degrees. You have to be at 90 degrees because you're leaning against the wall. If we're up here this way, kind of leaning against the wall. So let's go down to 90 degrees and have 90 degrees, and then we'll rest our hands here. And yes, your thighs should be burning. I know mine are, and particularly after that leg extension, the legs will be burning a fair bit, particularly at that speed. Now, it's really easy to throw weights around and go as quickly as you can and continue to add momentum. We're at 40 seconds, by the way. Continue to add momentum, but the muscles then don't get the benefit of that. Now, if you think my legs are absolutely on fire, then you would be right. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh, there's our minute. Give them a shake. Whew. All right. Fantastic. All right. One little piece of the puzzle left. We're going to go on a machine. We're going to go as fast as we can for 45 seconds, 30 seconds, and then 15 seconds. Now, just because I want to make life a little bit difficult for myself, I'm going to use the Versa Climber. You can use any machine. Bike, rower, skier again, assault bike or fan bike, even the cross trainer. If you want to go fast on the cross trainer, put the level up. Put it up to 8, 9, 10 so the thing doesn't shake around all over the place. But for me, I'm going to use this Versa Climber. Now, at EFM, we have them in a lot of gyms. There's not many other places. This is like climbing a ladder really fast and is probably, I would suggest, the most difficult cardio machine in any gym. Now, if you can find one and use it, I thoroughly recommend it for having bang for your buck. All right. Someone's put this on the easiest setting. That's fine. I'm going to press go now. 45 seconds. Are you on your machine? Are you ready? Let's go. So it's a fast 45 seconds. So at the end of it, you should be really out of breath. We're going to take 30 seconds off after that and do a 30-second sprint. Now, if you are using the VersaClimber, if you've followed me, I'm going at about 165 feet per minute. And because it's virtually impossible to sprint for 45 seconds, just with your physiology, we're going at about 9 out of 10, I reckon. Maybe an 8. 2, 1, and rest. Whew. You're not really able to sprint for 45 seconds. Elite athletes can push themselves that far. So when it's a 45-second sprint, you're probably going at about an 8 out of 10, maybe a 9. And you can see from my breathing that was quite uncomfortable for me. But now we're going to hit a 30-second one. So I can go at it a little bit harder, have 30 seconds off, and then 15 seconds, like a 100-meter sprint. Someone at my age, that's how long it would take, 100 meters. But we want to go flat out for that 15 seconds. All right, we ready? I think I may have stalled long enough. 30 seconds, ready, let's go. So we can go a little quicker at it now. So really go for it. We're like a 9, 10 out of 10 effort. Don't leave anything behind. We've only got 10 seconds left. Two, 1, and done. One more 15-second sprint, then we're done. If you're a weights lover and you're not doing this and you're just watching me, enjoy, but give it a go at some point. It should take 30 seconds to recover. You don't want to have to you don't want to be able to jump straight back on and go, oh. These are sprints. One hard sprint. Right. Last bit, 15 seconds. Give it everything. By measurement, first 45 seconds I was going at 165 feet. That one was about 205. I'm looking, because it's only 15 seconds, I don't have to hold anything back. I want to go a fair bit quicker than that again. All right, are we set? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Flat out. Five seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay. There's our program for today. Valentine's Day. Perfect pairs. Compatible pairs, whatever you'd like to call it. Join us again next time. Join us again next time for another program. I hope to get yoga as a program on here very soon. And if you've got any recommendations, anything you'd like to see us do, we have lots of plans, shoot us a comment in the section below, or you can email us directly at westmead@efm.net.au. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon.